Field stabilized. Intaro Atun.
Hey there, StarCraft fans, it's Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remaster. Today on Shakuras Temple, it's going to be Killer versus Ruin. Top left is our Zerg player, it is Killer. And in the top right, it is Moon, our Protoss player. So, red versus, I don't know, light peach color or something. Tan, maybe? I think I see a little bit of pink in here. Alright, man. So it's Shakuras Temple, top left versus bottom right spawns. It is a 4-player map, right? So this is a spawn location, this is a spawn location. We got ourselves a lot of available bases with gas. And are there any mineral-only expansions? No, every single expansion has a Vespene Geyser. And in the middle here, we've got a 2020. So this map was made in 2020. All right, so Terry the Overlord's got in the wrong direction. That is not your fault, Terry. That's right, Terry. Like, just totally not your fault, dude. Don't worry about it, man. Everything is okay. Is this an overpool? Nope, this is just going to be straight up pool first. About a 9 pool of Rooney, I would say. Into gas, too. Early aggression. Gonna be the play here. Out of Killer. On the other side, a gateway. So gonna get Lings out early to deal with the early Zealots, and the probe is scouting the correct direction. So, oh, hang on. Ruin? Oh, Ruin was checking this. I guess he went far enough to see if there was an Overlord coming, and then it was like, huh, no Overlord. I guess I'll check somewhere else then. Dude, no. Okay, well, this is gonna be a little bit tough for Robert the Zealot to figure out where on Earth he needs to go when he pops out, but he's going to be popping a little bit later than the Lings will, because Lings make faster than Zealots do, and you can make 3 of them at a time, which, again, is why it takes 4 Lings to kill a Zealot, for that very specific reason. Oh, and he hasn't seen... Oh, man. And he didn't see the Overlord either, so he is just going to be... Well, okay, process of elimination, right? Go bottom right, see no Zerg. Okay, Zerg's top left. We got the information that we need. Let's see where the Zealot goes. What do we think? Zealot going to go left? No, he's heading south. Oh, this could be really problematic on the start. This is an RJB replay. Check him out. YouTube.com/RJ or /YouTube. Wait, YouTube.com/@RJB_TV. Wow, we got there eventually, didn't we? We did, yes. Man, more Lings coming out here. And expanding. And these Lings show up, and there are... Okay, 1 Zealot pops just right now. Just in time to save this pylon, man. Probes are fighting. Lings don't want to engage with this many probes with Zealot support, not even close, but they're going to be an annoyance. They're going to keep these probes off of mining. This is a lot of lost resources for Ruin here. We like what we're seeing here from Killer thus far. Everything's cool. Ooh, Zealot gets into the mineral line, though. And does have 3 kills, and now is going to die to these Lings, no problem. 4 kills. And he's out. 3 Lings remain of this group. Probe down. Ooh, this is good micro. Look at this. Good micro on both sides, man. This guy gets trapped and executed. Oh, Ruin. That was sick. Okay, Killer keeps sending Lings here, dude. I don't know about this. He's only got 7 drones. Does he think he can win this thing now? He might feel that way. And who knows? This could be a sneaky twofer. You guys don't know what's going to come up in the next 10 minutes of this game. This could be over. This could just be enough Lings to cause major problems for Ruin and ruin his day. Dude, more Lings are coming. I do not see any drones in the production tab here at all. This is just getting hits off on the Nexus. Okay, that's funny. You're not going to even do enough damage to the Nexus to really be worth anything, but just keep making Zealots, man. Once this cannon comes up, future Zealot stuff is just not going to make any sense at all. This is good Zealot micro from Ruin. I mean, obviously, it's Ruin we're talking about here. And, okay, probe down, but these Lings are pretty injured. Another probe does get sniped. All right. What do we got here? I need 1 kill. Okay, 1 kill. 2 kills for that one, and 1 kill for that one. Not bad, but yeah. Cannon means further Ling harassment not happening at all. Ooh. Another probe dies. 3 kills on this Zergling. Still down, 12 to 18 workers. Not the best situation in the world here to be, but it's all good. It's all good in the hoodie from Killer. I don't know, enough lost mining time, enough probes dead that I think he's kind of stabilized. Maybe just going to go towards a more normal game here. Pretty early macro hatch from Killer. What's Ruin up to? Ruin says, you know what I feel safe with? Another cannon. I am worried about 40 lings showing up here, trying to run by. I feel like the second cannon here is not required, but he doesn't know. He doesn't have any vision over here whatsoever. He's entirely in the dark. He's playing it safe. Overlord pokes in and can see that second cannon and say, okay, and can see these zealots moving out too. Ruin's like, oh, so it's not 100 lings, which means there aren't 100 lings to defend against my 5 zealots. Oh, ho, ho. Hurry, Sunken. This Sunken needs to, like, happen now. These lings are going to try to delay, but delaying 5 zealots with 2 Zerglings is a tough ask. These guys have not slowed down at all. Okay, they just need to keep this Sunken. Oh, this isn't even a Sunken yet. Well, I mean, yeah, how many shots will the Sunken get before it dies? I don't think it even got one. Not great. Not great, Bob. 28 probes to 19 drones. Zerglings and drones fighting in here. This is a nice little bit of counterplay here out of Ruin. Zealots are dying. Drones are dying. But enough lings have showed up. Maybe 6 kills on that Zealot is above and beyond the call of duty. You generally want to get 4 at the most, at the best. 6 is awesome. 7. Okay, 7 kills. Amazing on that Zealot. This guy's kind of new to the party. He's got 0, but he wants a drone. He really wants a drone. Look at this probe getting extra zaps off, so this guy gets extra kills. What a bro. He's dead, but what a bro. Indeed. And, okay, 4 kills, like I said. 4 kills? Good. We'll take it. 4 kills on a Zealot is fine. More Zealots being added up. What is further tech going to be? Citadel. Citadel opening, not a Stargate opening. What are we doing here, Ruin? This is a DEFCON 1 replay sent to me by RJB, so you know it's real. Okay, there's your third base down here. Be a little bit easier to defend than this one? Narrower choke to deal with. That is certainly the case. And against Zealots, that's going to be nice. All right, so Citadel says Zealot legs, gate, gate, gate. I mean, did you get a Citadel just to try to go mass speed lot? I don't know how I feel about this. There is a lair coming in. It's at 7.5 minutes because it's super late, but that's how aggressive this game has been. Everybody's tech is late. Yeah, look at these gateways. This is speed lots, maybe with some Dragoon support here. Okay, more creeps getting added up to the natural base. The third base has no static defense at all, but I'm not sure the Protoss knows about it. He probably has an inkling of what's going on here. There is a window wherein speed lots are going to be pretty great. There will be no Hydras. There will be no Lurkers. It will just be Zerglings. And if you've got +1, here we go. A little bit more dangerous to these Lings now. So 3 shots to kill a Zergling. Now that we got +1 here. Still not quite a 2-shot, but it brings them way low on that HP. Oh gosh, the run by. The run by. The probes have to be pulled to try to save these cannons. They're not going to save them. They die at the exact same time. Probes in a ton of trouble. Zealots on the other side say, go, full send. Just kidding. Half send. Wait, no, full send. Wait, the Sim City is too difficult to deal with. More Zealots coming outside of the main base. They've got speed. They've got +1. Probe down. And probe down, probe down. It's still 42 workers to 26 in favor of the Protoss. But man, that was a scary situation to try to deal with. These Zealots. Do you have a third base here? No, but if they knew about this one. God, knowledge is power, everyone. If Ruin knew about this base, it would be dead. I don't think there'd be any saving it. This has been maybe the longest Ling versus Zergling just time in a replay that I have ever cast. We're at 10 minutes, and that's all we've seen today are Lings and Zealots. And okay, DTs are on the way. Maelstrom, ooh, got started, then got canceled. Aw, man. I wanted to see some Maelstrom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so now there's a bunch of Suckins coming up, and now the Zealots are going to be like, don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, full surround on a Zealot is death to that guy. There is a Dark Archon, though. So I wonder if we'll get back into Maelstrom here. Psionic Storm getting researched. Spire on the way. I mean, that is pretty much a let's Maelstrom the mutas that show up and then storm them. Because we don't have much anti-air otherwise. Storms, yes. Cannons, yes. No Dragoons to speak of, and no Corsairs at all. We talk about it, right? Why are Corsairs so prevalent in PvZ? Because without Corsairs, Mutalisks are insanely good. And here's Killer taking advantage of the fact there are no Corsairs. He's probably had his suspicions, but to this point, if there's been no Corsair harassment on his overlords at all at this point, then there isn't a Stargate. So, yep, we're going to make Mutalisks. We're going to make them cost efficient, man. No Corsairs to wipe these dudes. Seriously, I saw Maelstrom. Oh, now it's restarting. Okay, so now we get Maelstrom. We use the gas to make a Dark Archon first, so that way it can generate energy, so when Maelstrom is done, it can actually use a Maelstrom. Instead of having enough energy for a Maelstrom and then not having Maelstrom researched yet. Or not, right, having, whatever, the other way. Having Maelstrom researched, but not enough energy for it, I think is what I intended to say there. Anyway, Lurker aspect on the way. The mutas show up, and it's like, oh, all right, so this base is not happening for the moment. A couple Dragoons do come out. Those might be the first ones of the day. I don't know. But 2 cannons and a High Templar makes it a bit of a tough ask for these mutas to get a ton done in there. They could probably definitely kill some probes. Probably definitely killing some probes, yes. Derp, supply block, ruin. It's all good. Maybe this drone is considering taking a 4th base here along the left side. I really don't see much of a reason not to do that. DT has 0 kills. DT escapes because the Overlords don't have speed. Whereas Overlord speed is not a priority right now for Killer. There are DTs about. Is it going to be a Spore? No. I guess, again, you don't really have to worry about Corsair showing up and wiping out your Overlords, so... Sunkins it be. Sunkins. Holy Sunkins Batman. Lots of Sunkins. Alright, Dark Archon out, hanging out. High Templar, Zealots, Dragoons. It's all good. We're just completely skipping the Corsair aspect of this matchup entirely. Oh gosh. 3rd base in trouble. Muta stacking. Ah, the Maelstrom. It gets caught. Is there enough time for a High Templar to get down there and storm it? He's trying. Oh, he gets the storm up, but the Maelstrom wore off. Took some damage, but not enough to kill. Man, that Maelstrom was way offshore. The range on that thing, maybe he got them here, and they, like, their momentum carried them down here. Sometimes momentum's a weird thing in StarCraft. 4th base coming up bottom left spawn locale instead of this one. There's a drone that's been wanting to expand here for a while, but I really feel like Killer's saying, I can't defend it. So let's not even try it. 91 to 137 supply. Ruin's 3rd base took some hits, but it's still ticking. That's what you like to see. His Nexus is continuing to be awesome here. Kadir Amulet in production. Ling's just scouting out where the army is right now and how big it is, and it's big. This is +1/+1 Dragoons. The Mutas and Lings get in here, and they're going for a bit of guaranteed damage here. Yeah, taking down a cannon, taking down another cannon, taking down another cannon, so future Muta attacks are more effective. Dude, yeah, 1 cannon survives. Mutas bounce into the main base. And they're like, can we swing back around? Is there going to be there's a High Templar down there, I'm assuming. So the Muta, I don't know if the Mutas know that the Dark Archon is down here hanging out. They go, yep, dodging storms. They don't stop moving. They lose a Mutalisk nevertheless. It's not a huge commitment into Mutas, but there is a Crater Spire coming in, which means that these 4 Mutas are going to be turned into Guardians, and they're going to attack this natural base, and they're going to get, I don't know, something done. Might be a little bit hard to get High Templar in position to hit Guardians that are up here, although... Never mind. You can totally get a High Templar back here. We're good, Protoss players. Don't even worry about it. Lurkers, burrow with the support of Sunkens. Don't just be out here alone against these Dragoons, man. Adrenals coming in. But is there a Defiler Mound? I should look and see if there's a Defiler Mound. There is a Defiler Mound. Has Consume been researched? I can't imagine Consume has not been researched, everybody. I'm trying to see here. Oh, no, Consume has not been researched. It's on the way. This is not a base. All right, not a base. This is problematic. Wait. Am I an idiot? No, this got canceled at some point. Did DTs cancel this? Zerglings with Adrenal on top of your Dragoons. I know they don't have the greatest upgrades ever. They're only at 1-1, but 1-1 Dragoon, or 1-1 Lings with Adrenal will handle Dragoons quite nicely. And without Dragoons, I'm going to say without Dragoons, this attack is not going very well, but there are a bunch more Dragoons remaining. Everything's fine. Ninja expand bottom right killer. Ooh, this is 3 base to 3 base in favor of the Protoss. Not good if you're a Zerg fan right now, but Protoss fans are feeling pretty strong. Yeah, Dark Swarm is a problem. Yes, Plague's really powerful. But being in this position at this stage of the game is pretty okay. Here we come, Guardians. How are there only 2 Guardians? Where did the other Mutalisks go? Why are there only 2 Guardians? Oh, these Mutas came over here. What the heck? Okay, well, they're going to tickle this Robo to death, I guess. This attack, getting the Hydra Den's not a bad snipe. Leaving a couple Dragoons behind for that. And there we go. Storm 1. You have, like, so many more available storms. Is it a vision problem we're dealing with here? Yes. Is he just blind storming into... Can you... No, you can totally see it revealed sometimes. Meanwhile... Oh! Cracklings get in here and shut down this 3rd base of Ruin, or 4th base attempt of Ruin. Okay, that was nice. And the Mutas don't end up killing the robotics facility. I don't think they killed any probes either. And the Guardians got nothing done. Okay, hang on. These Guardians maybe. Bam. Bam. All right, that's an 8-kill Guardian. Some of those kills might have come when he was a Mutalisk, but still. Yeah, this bottom right base by Killer is amazing. With Nidus support as well is good. No, this Dragoon should not be able to hit you. Pull back. Pull back, dummy. Don't let the Dragoons hit you. Outrange them. All right, Dragoons took care of these Guardians, everybody. Why are Zerg players so bad with Guardians? Just pull them back a little bit. I didn't need you. Wait, up here. Pull them back a little bit. I didn't need anything super impressive there, Killer. 5th base is now left side. 9 o'clock is a 5th base. Observer scouts this bottom right base. And yeah, Link swinging in from this area with 2-2 and Adrenal. Ow. Where did this come from? Might need some more reinforcements down here. Ruin is sending an attack, and they are not happy about it. They're not happy that this base exists. They must shut it down. But Sunkens with Adrenalings. Dark Swarm, not going to do super hot here. Is Plague done? Okay, well, we're going to Dark Swarm anyway. Still, I don't know. I feel like that's enough Zealot Archon to crush through here. It would have been close, maybe. And Ruin's just like, I don't want to gamble. I don't. Ooh, is that a scout? I just saw a scout in production for a second. That must have been an accident. Ooh, if you like scouts, by the way, don't miss my, what did I call it? Best Dumbest Game 2024 between Snow and, oh my gosh, what is that Terran player's name? Hassan or something like that? Husan? Can't remember. ASL qualifying Terran player, though. If you like scouts, you need to watch that game. I mean, there are scouts in the thumbnail, so you obviously know. Obs down, Dark Templar in production. Ooh, that's a Plague-oo. Massive Plague. Plague, Plague, Plague-oo. Plague, Plague, Plague-oo. Nailed it. Good one. All right, so Plagues, Dark Storms. We just need Reavers now to be added to make this a truly late-game ZVP. Zerglings have their 2-2. It is 2-2 for the gateway units, the ground units, as they were. Another good plague. It's fine. We'll take it. We'll take any plagues that hit anything, that aren't complete whiffs. Your obs got sniped, so no, it didn't. It's like, oh man, lurkers, and then they bailed out. This guy have a 8-kill zealot. Has he been killing drones that have been coming down here to expand? Maybe. Another ginormous plague. Okay, this is what Zerg players have been wanting to see. Against this composition, plague's insanely powerful. Insanely powerful. Better than Storm in some ways, in that you can't really dodge it. And especially against Protoss, the damage is permanent. Storm damage, not permanent unless the unit dies. That said, Storm's really good. I don't know. You had to trade, right? Protoss and Zergs. If you had to trade Plague for Storm, would you accept that trade? I want to hear you in the comments. Protoss mains, would you give up Psionic Storm if you got Plague on your High Templar? And Zerg players, same question. If you gave up Plague, would you accept Psionic Storm? See, the problem is, Psionic Storm is not nearly as effective against Protoss as it is against Zerg. I feel like Plague would be super sick against Zerg at all times. So, the initial response here would be, yeah, Zerg would take a Psionic Storm for sure. But I think that might almost be more about Zerg just wanting to take Psionic Storm out of the hand of Protoss, so that Protoss can't use it anymore. I feel like that's more of what would be behind Zerg saying, sure, we'll make that trade. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Nope. Feedback on a Defiler. 6 stuff. Dark Archon. Really, the only question here is if Ruin's going to be able to actually bust into one of these bases. Because these have all been pretty well defended up here, man. And if your units are plagued, those sunken hits just come harder, man. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. See, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Dragoon down. Because shields take full damage from everything. So once you've been plagued, you're just taking full damage the whole way until you're dead. He did make a scout. Why on earth did he make a single scout? He's like, well, because I made a Stargate, so why not? I'm wondering if a Corsair transition would be interesting here, if it would work. Did we just... He wiped out that whole thing with Storm. Guess who has more Zerglings, though? With 3-3. Who has more Storm available? I do! Say all of these High Templar. Yeah, okay. Storm is good. Hey, look! More High Templar with Storm. Yeah, I do feel like Zergs would say, sure, we'll make that trade, but that's only about Protoss not having Storm anymore. I'd rather deal with Plague than Storm. It's not a great... Ow, ow, ow. Not a great setup, right? Getting Plagued would still be bad. But golly, Storm is just the strongest thing. And there's so much of it from Ruin here. He is like, I'm investing in Storm and not Reavers today. I hope everyone is okay with that. 21 kill Archon. How many of those kills are when he was 2 High Templar? Nobody knows. 157 to 142 supply. Ruins at 57 to workers, 55 drones for the Zerg. Zerg player getting up to 65 is about where you want to be in a late game ZVP or ZVT. Really lets you just kind of consistently flood at that stage. I love the storms on the lurkers as they're burrowing in. The reaction times here from Ruin have been on point. Super crazy on point, man. Another Dark Archon on the way. Ruin. He likes it. He likes the idea of having Dark Archons. And he's making Reavers too. Why not? Why not just have all the things? Is what Ruin says to himself at night. Why not? Why can't I have everything, he says. These Scourge. He's just dodging these Scourge. Scourge get the obs, but not evac inside the Nidus. Oh, the dodging on this shuttle. Okay, it's dead. Ugh, but the storms go down. It's 61 drones. More than the last time I checked. Feedback on that Defiler. He pokes up here like he's going to do something. No. No, you're not. Sorry, man. 61 drones is still pretty good from Killer, though. I like it. This is a good game. I feel like this is pretty evenly matched. Both players are really just doing everything right. I don't have any complaints. The single scout was weird. The single scout is probably dead. Dark Swarm up. Lings on top of those Dragoons. But again, Hydras are good unless there's a million storms available. And that's exactly what's going on here. Plague on the High Templar make them even squishier than they originally were, which everybody knows is incredibly squishy. Another Defiler goes down. Never good to be a spellcaster in a game of StarCraft. You will be targeted. You will be killed over and over and over again. Not that, you know, Zealots have a great time or Zerglings have a great time out here, right? Okay, there we go. 63 drones from Killer. He's feeling pretty good about his position. He's really been able to rebuff Ruin's attempts to kill any of his bases so far, and that is exactly how you want to play it in a ZVP. Yeah, Hydra's... I don't know. Lurkers spread out with Plague support. Hydra's dealing with stuff as they come into the Lurkers. There you go. See, that's what you want. Hydra Lurker combined, not just Hydras on their own. It's kind of like how Ruin's just tooling around with his entire setup, right? You don't see him just sending a massive Dragoon somewhere. Everybody's working together. It's kind of a death ball, as it were, huh? I know you guys hate StarCraft 2 because of the death balls, but this is kind of a death ball, right? It's another Plague. Oh, feedback, but Plague first. Plague first on the Reaver, big deal, and then the feedback. That order for operations was really important. But see, the Dark Storm Ling Hydra stuff on bases is really good unless there are like 4 High Templar there with full energy. And then that's effectively infinite storms. Reavers in, Dark Archon in the house takes a Plague. Storm is up. Feedback on another Defiler. Dark Archon hanging out back here. Doesn't have enough energy to do anything. I like how the Dark Archon has a Plague on him. Just red on red on red here. This base is dead. There are Zerg units coming to try to save it, but they're a little bit too late. Remember, it was 60+ workers. It's under 50 now. Storming the ramp. Killer says we gotta go base for a base. We have to take this one down. I don't know. There's Reavers and High Templar and cannons here. The cannon's less effective, sure, but they're still doing all right. Dude, these High Templar, are they complete? No, this guy has enough energy for Storm. Toss one down, buddy. Toss it down. This guy, too. What, is he worried about this? No, he's... I don't know what he's doing. It's like, oh, I have so many High Templar. Where are they? I can't possibly keep up with how much Storm is available to me right now. Well, then he does. Okay. This guy's got full Storm energy. Dude, wipe out this Lurker. What? I don't know what Ruin's worried about. I really don't. What else is he doing? This High Templar sitting here with 250 energy. There we go. Wow. Always worth it to kill a Lurker. I mean, I don't know what you'd be saving that for. Personally, it's a 15-kill Reaver. Thank you very much. Okay, so Killer went for the kill at the 12 o'clock base of Ruin. Got denied. His bottom right base died. We're going to go round 2, though, on 49 drones. We're going to try to do the swarming thing without having 60, 65 workers. Oh, that Reaver is alive, man. Huge. Lurkers in position. Probes are dying. Reaver shots, trying to keep these probes alive as well as they can. There is not much Zerg left up here, though. And there is no Zerg left up here at all. 2-kill Lurker. 0-kill Lurker. Not a lot of probes are at this base, but it lives. Is there enough? Is there enough Zerg to break this? I don't know. The number of Archons here is concerning with the number of Hydras that exist. Yeah, just sniping down those Archons is easy peasy. It's the Reavers that are MVPing it up here. 10 kills and 21 kills on those Reavers. More Reavers join the party. Why not? Storm Reaver combo makes your Hydras wonder why they even got out of bed this morning. What a defense there by Ruin. Yeah. And he's trying to expand down here too. The Lings are like, no, actually, no. Simple answer, no. The Reavers are here now. The Hydras are dead now because support came through. Yeah, you know what? Ruin is way up right now. Well, 160 to 119 supply in the top right would have been telling you that before I said it, obviously. But base count, big deal, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Some of them mined out, but still. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Okay, 6 bases. Not great. There's a 7th base at the 6 o'clock. Let's see how long that exists before Ruin finds out about it. Because that's how Killer's going to get back into this game, is that base. Saturating it, you know, sending 15 workers down here. Saturating the minerals, saturating the gas. But Ruin taking another base is just a question of when you're ahead, get more ahead. As Day 9 taught me many years ago, and he's going to be back covering Blizzard stuff, StarCraft. In, when did he say that? About a week, I think. I asked him on a tweet that he made about what? He tweeted about not having anything planned for the day, and it was glorious. So I was like, okay, he's in a relaxed state of mind. So I responded to him and said, now that Kotick is out, because that's what he said. He said, once Bobby Kotick is out at Activision, I will start doing Blizzard games again. Playing them, covering them, analyzing them. And Kotick left late last year. So Day 9 said, in 2 weeks I will. And that was about a week ago. So Day 9 in a week. Hooray! Man, I love Day 9. He's one of my favorite people in the world. Okay, here we go. Hydras, Lurkers. Everything's plagued, but the Archons didn't care, laddie. Reavers in the back, too. This is, my gosh, Ruin. There's a German Protoss player in StarCraft 2 called The Wall. His real name is Showtime, but man, this is reminding me of Showtime. Just the Protoss capabilities of defending against endless Zerg hordes. We start calling Ruin The Wall. It's a pretty good nickname. It's not, I mean, it's not super sick, but it's good. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10 on the super cool nickname rating. Another Dark Swarm, another Hydra, focusing on that Reaver, eating storms. The Reaver will not die. Won't die. I'm sorry. This is just... Killer is trying so hard to break this base. Hey, Ventral Sax is on the way. Let's go. Oh, how long has it said transporting for Overlord up there when you highlight Ventral Sax? I mean, this base is nice for Killer, but I just keep feeling the insane amounts of defense that Ruin is having on display today has allowed him to win this game. That's it. That was done. Ooh, okay. Free shuttle. There were probably High Templar in that, if I had to guess. Lurker sunken. Not quite enough to defend against High Templar. Not really a good base to drop with Reavers either, because there's not any dead space behind these minerals to do that with. Probably High Templar. They're all dead now. It doesn't matter, I guess. 58 to 63 workers. There are more probes. Killer says, what if we bust in the natural? Nice plague again. Look, the plagues have been good. I'm not going to say the plagues have been bad today. The plagues have been good. The Dark Swarms have been good, but the Dark Swarms kind of lose their effectiveness with the more Reavers and High Templar and Zealots there are on the Protoss side of things, and that's kind of what we're looking at right now, right? Archons, too. Did I say Archons? I'm not even sure I said Archons, but yeah, Storm, Archons, Reavers, all this stuff is anti-Dark Swarm tech. So it's really just you gotta plague all this stuff and do your best at this point if you're a Zerg player, right? Ground unit upgrades are at 332 for the Protoss. The Hydras are at 3-2. Wings are at 3-3. If your High Templar is good. Look at this shuttle being like, juke. Juke. Run. Get back to safety. And then it did. Once it stops running, it just turned around, which isn't quite the same thing. Anyway. Okay, Killer says, alright, final, last gasp here is gonna be drops. Can drops do this? Please. And then the Archons are like, you silly Billy. Absolutely not. The Archons all die. Anything that unloads from these, he's just getting killed by Archons and Reavers. Like this. That was horrible. Hang on, maybe this one's better. Oh no, there's 3 Reavers and a bunch of High Templar back here, and another Reaver joins the party to give us 4 Reavers, and he's using the Dark Swarm against these Hydras. Get back here, you cowards, says the Reaver. Alright. So yeah, I just think Ruin has this game in hand, man. Late game Protoss against Zerg. It's pretty strong. All of the keys to the kingdom are now part of what Ruin is doing. The Reavers, the pièce de résistance. Just enough Reavers sprinkled into everything that it's like, what do I do? Queens, I guess. Gamete Meiosis on the way. Muta's coming in. Guardians. Oh, what was the game that I cast a couple weeks ago? Maybe last week. That featured, it was Flash, off-racing as Protoss against, is it Sulky or somebody? I don't remember who the Zerg player was. My brain is falling apart, you guys. But it was an insane game, and this is the same. Going to be drops. Honestly, more Guardians probably, some Queens intending to snipe down those High Templar and make this a little bit easier. Can't spawn Broodling and Archon or a Reaver, which is sort of a problem. Okay, here comes the drop. A bit of a distraction at the front of the natural base. Loving that. And then unloading on the production of the Protoss. Big fan of this from Killer. This is the kind of drop that can help you win the game from a position where you're not feeling too comfortable about things. If all these gateways die, that's a massive problem for Ruin. He doesn't seem to be responding to this at all. In fact, he's moving out to wipe out the 6 o'clock base of Killer. These are probably going to turn into Guardians if I had to guess. And yeah, Ruin's just sacking his entire main base. I don't know about this choice. Oh my gosh, those storms are disgusting. Disgusting. Gotta fire up more gateways down south. Cybernetics Core, new Templar Archives, go. We need all of the tech to live in the bottom right-hand corner of the map now. We do this against Terran a lot. It's rare for us to do it against Zerg, but hey, the principle is the same. It's not that hard to adapt. All right, so the entire main base toast for Ruin. Guardians pop and immediately get stormed. Yep, one of them dies before getting a single shot off. That one dies after getting maybe a single shot off. That one dies after getting 2 shots off. And this one dies after whatever. Hang on. Might get a kill. I don't think he will because this guy... no, hang on. Not enough storms down here. Oh, this guy has enough energy for a storm. Archon has been locked into this area by cannons, which isn't great. This Guardian has decided that he's not a threat anymore. He has determined that the way this needs to go is I am not a threat, so please don't murder me. The Obs knows that he's here. Okay, never mind. He wasn't a threat, but he's dead now anyway. Okay, so we just pick up the units. We lurk at the top of the ramp just to harass a little bit here, and it's 182 to 165 supply. What a complete flip on the overall supply totals here. In favor of Killer. He absorbed that attack coming down to take out his 6 o'clock base. Now he's getting a... oh my gosh, is this a 8th base? Yeah, 8th base down here at about a 5 o'clock position for the Zerg player. This 4 o'clock is a Protoss stronghold and in fact Ruin's main now. Oh, and Killer's expanded up here too. So, holy smokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a 9th base coming up for Killer. If Killer wins this thing, I'm going to be beyond impressed. Once again, he's got to actually kill some bases that matter, though. Killing the main base mattered a little bit less. I guess it mattered something, but these Reaver shots are ka-chowing, but Reavers are also dying. Not the best Reaver micro here from Ruin. I feel like Snow would have gotten shuttles up to bring those Reavers to the back lines before they died. But either way, didn't break the cannon line. This probe thought about expanding up here and then saw that Killer was here and said, oh, every base on the map has been taken. Holy cannoli, Batman. Okay, these queens are here. It's like I can't break this Protoss defense. Maybe queens are the answer. High Templar are really the only high-value targets for queens in this matchup. Zealots, not quite worth it. Dragoons, also not quite worth it. Reavers can't. Archons can't. Dark Archons can't. Dark Templar, yes. That might be a worth target as well, just for how expensive they are. Why is Killer bothering to come up here? The only thing of value up in this area is that Robo. Okay, well, he's willing to lose everything to kill that robotics facility. And he doesn't. I really don't agree with that decision from Killer. He's at 52 drones, 150 to 140 supply. He's up. But he has not been able to kill a base outside of, hilariously, the entire main base of Ruin. That's the only base he's been able to kill today. What is cannoning? Killing our own cannons because they're blocking our Archons from getting out. And our Reavers, too, if I had to guess. Man, hit the like button in this game if you're enjoying it. Helps the algorithm know that I'm here. And subscribe, too. I'm trying to get up to 100,000 subs in 2024. The number of insane games we posted in 2024 is bananas. You guys are being absolutely spoiled. RJB is supplying them. Spawn Broodlings! Okay. Parasite tossed down on Reaver and Shuttle, just giving us a ton of vision in here. Nice, nice. Every High Templar at this base is dead. So that counts for something. He committed. He's like, well, I made these queens for a purpose. Might as well. Oh. Parasite. Dude, a Parasite. Parasite on a Dark Archon. Scourge in here in case that shuttle wants to wander over this direction. Scourge wander in here and die immediately. They could be providing vision for... Okay. Yep. This is an epic game. This is a DEFCON 1 epic PvZ, man. Maelstrom. Queens. Is that a feed? I think that was an unnecessary feedback on that queen. Really did not need to get feedback. I'm pretty sure it was dead to the cannons and Dragoons anyway. Dragoons with 333 upgrades. Okay, bases are mining out. These outer, I mean, they're all outer lying bases. They're all on the outer edges of the map, on this map, so that's kind of redundant. But all the bases are mining out. And who's more cost efficient in situations like that? Yeah, Protoss is. Both players have pretty similar mineral banks. A little bit more gas here from Killer than Ruin has, but gas is an infinite resource, so it doesn't matter as much. Minerals are what matter in your bank in a situation like this. Mind, yep. Late game PvZ, mind control is going to be a big deal. There's an Archon. We knew there were Archons out. Gonna eat a Scourge, though. Trying to does get a huge recall in. I thought he was dead. Nope. Still alive, mind you. And Guardians defending against the attack on this 5 o'clock base. Spawn Broodlings coming in. Sniping High Templar. Responding to this party. Oh my gosh. All the Guardians died again. I didn't even mention there were Guardians in this game because I just don't know if they've gotten enough value to be really worth anything. Okay, so there you go. Hatch down. Big play for Ruin. Bunch of drones died. 51 remaining here from Killer. Hydras. Do we have enough Hydras to do this? Well, there are High Templar here. And Reavers. Okay, Reaver down. Archon down. Dark Archon hanging out. Oh, he's holding this. Again, Ruin. His ability to hold. Insane. Yeah, man. 160. I don't know. 160 to 125 supply. More Zerg, but the cost efficiency of the Protoss is impressive. Do you want to mind control that Guardian? Is that worth mind controlling? And Snare's on the way too, by the by. No biggie. See you later, Guardian. High Templar sniped. Beautiful Spawn Broodling there. This Queen has a target. Bam! Gets that High Templar too before he can get a single Storm off. Okay! Another High Templar goes down. Is this the most effective use of Queens I've seen in a ZVP in my entire life? Maybe. Nice Maelstrom on these Guardians, man. The Queen's hanging out here too. Oh my gosh. This is almost fastest map ever levels of Guardian effectiveness, you guys. It's the High Templar that are the answer to this whole thing. If they keep... Ooh, mind control the Queen. And if they keep... Oh, Maelstrom on the Queens. And then they get stormed while they can't run. Getting dragged into this. Not good. Queens dying. Guardians dying. 146 to 123 supply in favor of the Zerg player. He is retaking this 5 o'clock base. Spawn Broodling's another High Templar. More High Templar are turning into Archons, which is fine, I think. Another humongous Maelstrom. Can he get a Storm off, brother? Yes! Yes, he can. The Maelstroms! The Maelstroms in this game are too much. They are too much to bear. This Guardian count is not good. They have 1-1 upgrades, which is more than I expected from these dudes. Dude, Maelstrom number what? 10 today? Archon versus Maelstromed Guardian. Sick! Oh my gosh, it's so sick. Man, I love StarCraft. This is amazing. This is an insanely good game. But I keep looking at the overall supply numbers, and I look at how much they favor the Zerg. I just can't help but wonder, why are you sacking these Queens in here? Maybe he wanted to Spawn Broodling a High Templar. I don't know, he got this guy, but he was covered by Cloak, maybe? Parasite, Parasite. I don't really want Parasites. I'd be waiting. Save up the energy. Get enough for Spawn Broodling. 150 on these suckers. We're just kind of sharking our way up here. Oh, this is okay. So drones have been dying to this High Templar drop, which I've not been paying attention to because it's way cooler to see what's going on down here. But still, 41 drones, not ideal. But dude, remember when Ruin was up like 40 supply in this game and now suddenly Killer's way up? Okay, guys, maybe don't hold position on the other side of this wall. Okay, they're all dead. Just feed back a Queen too. You guys have kills? Yes. This 5 o'clock base is in trouble. This game is bonkers. Obs gets sniped. Arbiter avoids the Scourge. More Guardians. Ensnare gets tossed down, so running's harder, which is fun. And a stasis on the Guardians! Is that it? Is that all the spells in this entire matchup? No, we haven't had Disruption Web in this game. Can't storm the Guardians is the thing. Dude, Killer is investing so much into... Okay, what is happening? Mass... Okay. All right. Maelstrom, Stasis, Guardian, Storm, drops, Spawn Broodling, unloading on top of these cannons, getting a Dark Swarm in here too. Killer is trying to put the finishing move on Ruin. Is it enough? Queen's going down. Still, let's not forget about the Plague. I know we have a million Guardians. Yeah, Killer's ability to have more gas was massive in the later stages of this game. And that's it. Ruin taps out. Killer is your winner in one of the craziest, most diverse games in all of StarCraft history that I have ever cast on my channel. Holy cannoli. Oh, that was one of the greatest PvZs I have ever seen, that I have ever cast. I've never seen a Zerg player in a 1v1 professional game rely this heavily on Guardians and win. Usually relying this heavily on Guardians means you're toast. Means you're dead. Why are you investing this much into Guardians? Are you crazy? No, says Killer. I know what I'm doing. This is a good map for Guardians. He's kind of right, I guess. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. What a bloodbath. What a bloodbath of a ZVP on both sides. The most Maelstroms in a single game I've ever seen. We got Stasis on Guardians, rare. We got Ensnare, rare. We got a ton of Spawn Broodlings on High Templar today. I cannot overestimate, overpromise, overstate. That's the word I want. Overstate how important these queens were in Killer getting this win today. The Storms were the answer to these Guardians from this position. When the Protoss player didn't make any Corsairs, there was nothing to deal with these guys, right? No Corsairs, no Scouts, no nothing. Storm is going to be the major answer. And if there's not enough High Templar to do it, plus you spend 150 gas on High Templar, pops out of a gateway, bam, Spawn Broodling, that is crushing. That is a crushing and incredibly destructive display. Absolutely crazy, 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 crazy game. I almost don't want this game to end. I cannot believe that Killer won this. Just, I don't know. Epic, weird fun. DEFCON 1. Every positive word I can put into the title of this game, I'll put into the title of this game because it deserves it, friends. It deserves it. What a match. What a match. Yeah, I thought for sure Ruin's ability to defend his bases in this game would win it for him, but the Killer was able to get enough bases, right? 9 total bases today was enough to overcome what the Protoss was throwing down. We'll gotta look at the economics for sure, but that's got to be the case. 461,000 points, 482,000 points. Zerg up. Outproduced Ruin by, oh my gosh, almost a 5-to-1 ratio, somewhere around 4.5. And got out killed by closer to a 4-to-1 ratio, so very close this way. Structures raised, 92 by Killer, 16 by Moon. That's a big number for sure. And then outspending the Protoss player by about 23,000 resources in 50 minutes. Not generally enough, but he had enough money coming in. Ruin did not, and he saw the writing on the wall, and Ruin tapped. So that is 2 thumbs up. Maybe my favorite game I've ever cast on this channel, which says a lot, because I've cast like 6,000 or 7,000 games at this point. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Okay. Well, that was fun. That was super fun. And that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.